As Christine mentioned few minutes ago, the journey of mentee and mentor starts initially with one meeting, but it continues for a lifetime depending on what mentor is teaching and what mentee is learning. In my opinion, every beginner has great potential to become an expert in chosen field provided he is mentored properly. So, as we said, when child is born, everybody is equal, but the success or failure depends on self progression as well as the teachers whom provides them mentorship. So, all are equal in the beginning and success depends on different factors. So, I will try to focus my presentation based on this. So, these are some of the good qualities of a good mentor. For example, a mentor needs to set goals to the mentee and help them to achieve those goals. Second one is to give him feedback. Feedback means not a criticism or making him disappoint saying that you don't know anything in spite of my training, but it should be a feedback to improve his potentiality and also to give him confidence to succeed. And third one is teaching and inspiring them. You teach the mentor to succeed and also inspire him by your teachings as well as by coaching them in proper direction. And third one is listening and communication. Give enough time to listen to your mentee. Even though you are a busiest professor on the earth, still you can have some time to spend with your mentee so that he can come and learn from you. And of course, open communication is very important, because if you don't give him that openness, he may feel restricted to approach you. So, you give them comfort to come and communicate openly. So, that is one of the important factors for a mentor. And again, in addition to that, there are some secondary qualities which I showed in a little different color. And first one is accessible. As I just mentioned, the mentor should be accessible to mentee. It is always helpful to have fixed appointments between mentor and mentee so that they can discuss their goals and objectives in a timely fashion and discuss the progress as well as there are some issues with the mentor. And next one is freedom. Mentor should have given some freedom to the mentee, not to just tell him what to do and what not to do, so that if you give freedom, his mind can think and decide what is to be done by this mentor's suggestions. And again, you need to also help them to identify strengths as well as weaknesses. If you identify strengths, at least you know that he is very good in certain skills, and if he has some weaknesses, mentor's role is to make the mentee to overcome those differences and guide them to become a good mentee or become independent. And next one is, this is very common, usually we see that. I am sorry to comment, but at least in my experience, a lot of people even comment on this. I don't say that we are bad as Indian mentors, but that is, some people get threatened by the mentee's talents. Mentor is threatened by mentee's talents, which we don't see quite often, but it is possible, because sometimes an youngster can be more intelligent than the senior person who is mentoring him. But in this case, this learning is bidirectional, where mentor can learn from mentee also if he knows something good, and there is no difference there as a senior and junior. Juniors can nowadays, particularly with technology advancement, lot of seniors may not know all the technology which can be learned from the junior mentee. So, at the beginning of career, we start science career as a graduate student or PhD student, and there are certain things which we can learn from our first mentor who is our PhD supervisor. So, the role of first mentor is to encourage the mentee to develop general and technical skills, mainly subject matter. You leave the student to read voraciously and find out his field of interest and develop his knowledge on the subject that is being pursued, and help him to design and execute experiment. That don't mean that you tell them every sample what to do and what not to do, but tell them, like, guide them how to design experiment in case if it is needed, and also encourage him to interpret data, not that this one increased at this level, come down and that level increase, not like that. You try to correlate your data with the already known data in the field, as well as with new interpretations if you are able to draw better conclusions than the existing conclusions. And also you need to solve research problems, like mentor can train the mentor to solve new research problems that may come in his mind by thinking and thinking. And of course, you need to communicate your research data by publishing them in high impact journal. Mentor can also help in that aspect to guide him to write good papers and select high impact journals to publish them. And most importantly, nobody does this, but it is responsibility of the mentor to see that the mentee whom he mentored should have good ethical standards. Success is important, but success by compromising ethical standards is not very good. At least that is what I think. So nobody teaches ethical standards, but you learn ethics from the beginning of your career so that you will be a good mentor and successful scientist in future. So the mentee's role here is follow mentor's guidance, and of course you don't follow them blindly. If you know which is good and which is not good, use your own judgment and follow which you think are ideal mentorship qualities and not the blind follow-ups. And again, you also have confidence on your mentor. Don't think that my mentor don't know, then it is a disaster between mentee and mentor if you don't believe in him. So mentee should believe mentor so that he can learn from him. And again, next step is, once you finish your PhD, next step is to go for postdoctoral research. This is like a semi-independent role. You are going to be trained to become independent investigator either in academia, or if you select a role in industry, then this will form your field of specialization for postdoc fellow. So you need to choose a field that interests you and also inspires you. So you really want to work on one field, only select and go to that field, and don't take field that is not interested because you got fellowship in some place just to go somewhere. So research topic is very important, and nextly you need to choose good advisor that will support your growth in your science career. So advisor is also very important. At least one of my advisor used to tell me, if you join with a average or below average mentor, you will become below average or lower faculty in your future. So keep that in mind. You have to select good mentor and to progress in your career. Of course, then mentor need to create opportunities when you go for postdoc to practice the training given to the mentee during postdoc or PhD time. And mentor need to also support growth of the mentee to attain independence by giving him freedom, and also to divert from the original research which he learned from the training. And you also need to encourage him to go in public and presenting papers, and of course you need to guide them to increase personal development and as well as other management skills so that he can become independent investigator after working for a postdoc for 4 years or so. So these are some of the early career mentoring skills that we need to achieve. And as far as industry success is concerned, you need to be receptive to new ideas, because in industry no project stays more than 6 months or 1 year. So projects change, ideas change frequently, so you need to be ready to change. And you do, sometimes we get attached to our projects because I am working on that, I want to do it. But in industry it won't happen, because projects will be killed based on their commercial as well as strategic fit. So if they commercially they don't make money, they may kill project even at the later stages of the investigation. And again, you need to be flexible to work on different projects, even though some projects are not of interest to you, but still you need to work to complete the project. And you need to work with the teams to solve a project related problem. And of course, in industry, teamwork is very important. So team success is priority if you are working in a team, and your success is not a priority. It will be like secondary. And career depends on your own actions with some guidance from management. And these are some other traits to succeed in company, as well as this applies to industry also. You need to be intelligent and creative and pay attention to detail, able to work independently or as a team member, and make your own decisions if needed, be self-motivated, solve problems and be analytical, and most important thing in company is to keep persevering when things don't work. So people will get disappointed easily if something don't work, but perseverance is very important. Even though something fails, still you have to one more do it. So these are some of the soft skills which are needed, like presentation and communication skills, team building, computing skills, time management, project management, and people skills. Particularly you need skills to lead people without authority. So if by no authority you need to see. So these are some of the helpful sites that can provide you skills to succeed either in academia or industry. Toastmasters is a global company which can help you to improve your communications, presentations and leadership. And PMI is a project management institute which can help you to develop project and time management skills. And of course, companies and universities have curriculum to help you to develop these skills by taking courses. And finally, I can say that spoon feeding is not good in a long term. If somebody spoon feeds you, you only remember the shape of the spoon but nothing else. So think on that and try to improve. Thank you very much.